It is a rainy day in Mexico, and it's a lot like a rainy days used to be when I went to camp when I was like a junior counselor when I was 14 at a summer camp. And when it rained, what are we gonna do with the kids? Get them out of the bunkhouse, go to the main community building. We played, jacks, jacks, and I don't even know what the heck we did. We didn't play Scrabble, I can tell you that. Did crossword puzzles. We drew. We did boring things till the rain stopped, so we could go out and play again. Tennis and do things that were active. That's what their parents were paying for. Not paying me very much. I was 14. So I just want you to know I've been paying taxes since I'm 14 years old. I'm 84 now. Long time, Social Security paying taxes. So I try to avoid the news. I've just decided that I have to have small doses of it because it's so horrible. And it's not hard, well it is. It's disconcerting. And you don't know when it's going to come to you. Like, for instance, in Mexico, and I said it before, I chose to live in Mexico in around 2011 because of high veterinary costs, I had an aging dog at that time, and because it was very clear to me that if something, God forbid, chronic illness or something occurred to me, that Medicare was like 90 days and out of here, babe. And the only way to get out of here was to apply, I guess, for Medicaid or government help, which I think was Medicaid, for people in nursing homes. But in order to get that, you had to sell everything you had and only have $2,500 left to your name after a lifetime. Now that is part of what I call the sort of Calvinistic, puritanical U.S. approach to money, which is you better be productive, be productive. Doesn't matter if you were productive for 65 or 70 years, and now you might need a little payback. Be productive. And they're very, very frightened that somebody's going to get something for nothing. That is something who's not a corporation. If you're a billionaire, you're a corporation, take it. So I went, this is scary, and I'm going to go to a country where I think I can get some care without there being a tremendous expenditure. And they do have, I think, long-term care homes here. They tend to be more in Mexico and in bigger cities, although there are some along the Baja California coast. Anyway, I'm very grateful I don't need that, but it's there if I did need it, and hospital care and medical care. So that's why I came here. And this began to look like a really good decision that I made. One of the things that's happened is in the negotiation with the United States, Claudia Sheinbaum, who was the president of Mexico, negotiated with the president of the United States to calm him down, and that she would put 10,000 Mexican troops at the border to look for fentanyl, to make sure fentanyl wasn't being smuggled into the United States. Actually, it gets smuggled in through Canada too, but another country, another story. So they did that. So a friend of mine who's Mexican and also an American citizen was visiting. She has a house down here. She comes down periodically to visit. And she was on her way back to the United States, and it was a very, very long wait. She was at the Otay Mesa crossing into San Diego. She said, "Oh my God, there were Mexican troops everywhere. What were they looking for?" And then I remembered reading that they sent 10,000 troops to the border. And she said, and they were pulling cars over, and the trunks were open, and I could see that they had eggs in them. They were smuggling eggs into the United States, not fentanyl, but eggs. Those eggs are like, she told me $8.50, almost $9 a dozen. Some of the eggs were even more than that. So you can't bring raw foods into the United States or plants. So I hope they didn't put them in jail. I hope they just, confiscated their eggs. Just a warning to you. I've been very, very good these last few days. I did actually online my taxes myself. And the reason I can do my taxes is I'm over 80. Actually, if you're over 65, I think I have a pretty good standard deduction. And I just followed what my tax preparer last year did. I just changed the numbers to bring them up to date. But I never participated in that, the big stock market boom. I did not put money in the stock market in 2012 or 14 because I've been in and out of the stock market when I had jobs. And I just, it was crazy. Sometimes you made money, sometimes you didn't make money, but mainly the paperwork was insane. When you sold something, you had to, it was just crazy. And I just never wanted to do that. So I just left my money in savings, making 1% a year or something like that. But I just had to put in 3 pieces of paper, three different notes when I did my taxes, and I mailed them. Now, I don't know who back in the United States still mails their taxes, but I couldn't do it online because they always ask for a phone number, and it has to be a real phone. It can't be something I think it's called VoIP, like a Skype. It can't be that. It has to be a real number. It can't be an electronic number, and that's the only U.S. number I have is an electronic number, which, by the way, they've just informed me they're going to cut off in April. I've had it since 2012. But I'll have to deal with that bridge when I cross it. I don't know whether. I guess they're not making any money. I don't know. I'll find another. I'll figure it out. But I do have a Mexican phone. But of course, I can't put my Mexican number in because it's not even set up. I can't get back into my Social Security Gov something or other, my Gov, my stuff, because they changed it. I had perfectly set up with my email, and it was great. I could, ping, ping, and I was in. Well, then they decided to change it, and you had to just go to a different thing, and you have to have security, and you have to have this American phone number. If you don't have an American phone number, then they are going to send you a piece of paper within 15 days, and I have a U.S. address, and then I have to take that, and I don't know what. Again, I'm in my 80s. Time is precious, okay? Time is precious. I can't deal with it. I just can't deal with it. So that's what I'm doing on my rainy day, and I wonder what you are doing on your rainy day, where you are. Are you planting? I'm doing a lot of planting, by the way, besides my taxes. I'm doing a lot of planting for spring, and yesterday we did a wonderful cleanup here, and I bought a chimney. It was like a little, I don't know what you call a chimney in the United States. It's one of those big clay things that you put a fire in, and I think that's going to be cool this summer. I hope it'll help keep the mosquitoes away. But I'm checking in with you guys, and don't read the news. It's not going to change. The same thing you read yesterday, today, in spades. Don't read the news. If you want to have a peaceful day, and mostly we are, right? Wherever you are, you're able to watch this, you're at peace.